Alright, hi, this is Dylan. Welcome to Daily Trading Analysis video. Today is a Friday, 19th of June. Alright, so we can start off with the Euro against US dollar. Over here we are seeing the 4-hourly chart, and we have seen the price has appreciated all the way till it touches the final exhaustion level, the price of 1.1427. Somewhere very close to the previous high, and we are seeing the price has been resisted and starts to fall. Alright, so let's zoom in the 1-hourly chart. Is that over here we have actually identified a head and shoulder formation, so we actually expecting price to fall a little bit furthermore. Based on this structure itself, we are expecting price to fall all the way to somewhere slightly below the 55 moving average, and before we actually look for a long opportunity instead. Alright, so just zooming out to a bigger time frame in the 1-hourly chart itself, if you look at the structure itself, we're actually expecting price to appreciate further, at least till it touches the 200 moving average, and the overall trend itself can go as far as the final exhaustion level over here, the price of 1.1725. So there's still a pretty huge potential on the upside for the Euro against US dollar. So right now you may want to go for intraday shorts, although it's kind of a little bit late, because you could if you did spotted this trend, you could have shorted somewhere earlier, maybe at the price of 1.1380. Alright, so instead you might want to just wait for price to fall a little bit further, or rather retrace till it went slightly below the 55 moving average to go for a long opportunity. Alright, so that's pretty much for the Euro against US dollar. And next we have the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. So price was kind of little change since it got supported at the support level of 0.6895, Fibonacci expression 127.2%. And let's zoom in the smaller time frame. Based on the chart pattern itself, I'm actually expecting price to appreciate. Alright, now in the 15-minute charts, we have to see if price is able to stay at this level. If it fails, then we are expecting price to fall all the way back to the previous support level. Or if not, the structure itself right now is actually pretty good to go for a long instead. Alright, but I would say that probably you might want to just leave this pair alone for the while. Price is still kind of unstable in a way, and but of course we're expecting price to kind of move sideways or retrace a little bit, slight retracement till it touches the top of the falling trend channel again, before we actually look for a good short opportunity instead. So that's for New Zealand dollar against US dollar. And next we have the pound against the US dollar. So the 4-hourly chart itself, price has appreciated even further, breaking above the resistance level of 1.5085, Fibonacci expression 141.4%. And right now we're seeing price making retracement. So in the 1-hourly chart itself, we can also see a chart pattern which resembles a head and shoulder as well. So expected price to fall, or rather retrace a little bit further. Probably you might want to use the 55 moving average as a next key support level to go for a long. We are expecting price to appreciate even further as it forms a probable rising trend channel. And if we zoom out a little bit in the day 1 chart, we are seeing a very huge inverse head and shoulder right here. Price has already broken above 200 moving average, expecting price to appreciate even further. The whole trend itself can go as high as over the resistance level over here, 1.6299. Alright, so there's still huge potential. If you look at the weekly chart itself, these are the past level that we have. So this could be the key resistance level at 1.6686. So you can see that the potential is still pretty huge. Alright, but just take note that right now it is seeing resistance at the 200 moving average in the weekly chart as well. Alright, so there's something to take notes. But if not, we are actually pretty bullish on this pair. So just wait for retracement in the 1-hourly chart till it touches the 55 moving average for a long opportunity. And that's for the pound against US dollar. Next we have the Aussie against the US dollar. So we are seeing that price has begun to retrace and fall. Ever since it broke above the 200 moving average. Right now it is attempting to break below again. Alright, but we are somehow still a little bit bullish on the Aussie against US dollar based on the chart pattern itself right now, and waiting for further retracement. So you may want to use a Fibonacci retracement to look for a opportunity to go for a long. We can see that at the retracement level of 50% is where the 55 moving average is. If this were to turn into an uptrend, then the 55 moving average could be a good level to look for in terms of looking when to go for a long. Alright, if not, we shall just take a look at the 61.8% retracement level, price of 0.7721. Alright, so since the fact that price has already broke above the 200 moving average once again, we are expecting price to appreciate further. Key resistance level, or rather the final exhaustion level, will be the price of 0.7953, which overlaps with the 61.8% retracement level. So over here, just want to look for long opportunity. Alright, probably yeah, in the 15-minute chart we do see that there's a formation that suggested price so slightly fall a little bit and may go up to this level, back to somewhere the resistance level of 0.7812. Alright, so if you were to be able to find an opportunity to go for a long, this would be the key level, the first resistance level to look for take profit levels. Of course, all the way to the top. Alright, next we have the dollar against Japanese yen. This is a 4-day chart, so price has fallen, got supported at the previous support at the same level right here at the price of 122.61, and of course at the 200 moving average as well, and then it begins to rebound off. And zooming the 1-day chart, we can see that there is a inverse head and shoulder right here, and price has respected the formation here and begins to appreciate. So first level will be somewhere at 123.48 if you have long the dollar against Japanese yen. That would be the first level for a take profit. Expecting price to appreciate further. We have a falling trend line right here. So this before the trend line, we have the resistance level 123.78. Alright, a previous range, the top of the previous range. That will be the next level for the take profit levels, and followed by the trend line. Alright, and if this double bottom, or rather the two bottom, the two low right here, successfully holds the price may just begin to appreciate all the way, and all the way further, all the way to the 125.99 resistance level, Fibonacci expansion 161.8%. Alright, so just look for long opportunity right here. Of course, this is a little bit too late since the inverse head and shoulder has already begun to form. So you might just want to wait for further retracement before you go for a long opportunity. Alright, next we have the dollar against the Swiss franc. Price has fallen again, got supported once again at the top of a previously broken falling trend channel, and it starts to rebound off. And again into the 1-hourly chart itself, again we have inverse head and shoulder. So right now price is about to appreciate. I would say that it is still a good time to go for a long. Not too late yet, and we are expecting the first level to be at close to the 200 moving average and slightly above at the price of 0.9293. will be the key level to take profit if you are just trading this formation itself. And that's pretty much about it for the dollar against the Swiss franc. So next, I would just like to touch on the Aussie against New Zealand dollar. Very interestingly, this is day 1 chart. We do see that there was a previous inverse head and shoulder, and it has successfully broke above the neckline right here, and right now it is being resisted at the price of 1.1268. Fibonacci expansion level 141.4%, and the previous resistance all the way back in 2014, somewhere in October itself and November. And therefore we are definitely expecting a significant retracement right here. Alright, so but the key thing here is the weekly chart. In the weekly chart itself, we are seeing that there is a very potential inverse head and shoulder that's forming right here. So if the price holds well, we are expecting a very significant drop in the price. So you may want to look for the short opportunity over here, but expected we might also expect price to appreciate a little bit further till it touches the final exhaustion level, the price of 1.1461, before it really starts to fall and before it really begins to form the inverse head and shoulder, or rather the second shoulder of this probable inverse head and shoulder. That will be also at the 200 moving average, a very key resistance level for the Aussie against the New Zealand dollar as well. So in my case, I'll be looking for retracement and to look for a long opportunity instead. Or rather, if it begins to fall too much, then I'll just wait for a retracement and go for the short again. Alright, so that's Aussie against New Zealand dollar. Last but not least, the dollar against the Canadian dollar. We have some very interesting formation right here in the 1-hourly charts, as you can see. Alright, this could potentially suggest the price may appreciate further. And if you look at the 4-hourly chart itself, we do see something familiar to the chart pattern in the 1-hourly charts. So expect the price to appreciate all the way to the resistance level at 1.2352. So you may want to go for a long opportunity like almost right now, but you may just want to squeeze your stop loss a little bit, probably just sell it at 1.2191 for this trade itself, and expecting take profit level over here. Alright, and if this formation holds well, it may form another low close to this level at 1.2234, and that will be the next opportunity to go for long all the way to the previous high. Alright, somewhere at the 1.2549. So that is a dollar against Canadian dollar, and with that I've come to the end of today's trading analysis video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next week.